all right. So today is Unit 8, Day 10. Now, yesterday we were doing Regents word problems. I think we did six of those, which probably took about 15 minutes. So today we're going to do five more, which is probably going to take the same amount of time, only because these questions are a little bit tougher. Okay. So, yeah, let's get started and see where it goes.
Okay, all right, let's get to it then. All right, let's hit the ground running. And by meaning hitting the ground running, look at this question. All right, number one. I mean number four. All right, let me use. Okay, all right, let's use the same system as yesterday. We'll start off with purple. All right, let's highlight the relevant information. Okay, so there are two things going on here. First of all right. So, all right, let's read. All right, the Ebola virus has an infection rate of 11% per day. Now, this question involves us to work with two different categories. All right, so one's Ebola. All right, I'll use two different colors, okay, to help you guys. So, Ebola virus has an infection rate of 11% per day as compared to the SARS virus. All right, by the way, SARS meaning the one from 2002, the one that was in Asia. Okay, all right, which is a rate of 4% per day. All right, now we cannot ignore the next clue. If there were one case of Ebola, right, and 30 cases of SARS initially, meaning you already know what they mean by that, right? Each day, which statement is true. So let's set this out. Let's set out to answer this question. So we got two things going on here. So one is we got Ebola. All right. By the way, I don't know which one is deadly. I think Ebola is actually deadlier. All right. So one of the things that probably many of you know already is that with Ebola, if it's a more deadly virus, it tends to be less contagious. Um, Whereas something like I don't know, your common cold, right, which not many people die from, right? They tend to be very contagious but less deadly. Okay, so those things nature tends to like have a balance for that. All right. Now, I don't know what the infection rate per day is for our current predicament. By the way, I'm using that particular phrase because I actually don't know if YouTube. There was a while when YouTube was taking down videos when people were mentioning the current situation. So doesn't matter. All right. I would be very interested actually. All right. So let me use that word to see if YouTube's gonna take this down. So I don't know what the COVID rate is per day. I actually looked it up, couldn't find it. I couldn't even look it up for Ebola and SARS actually, for that matter. All right, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's set this out. Um, Again, the grand old equation is this, right? Equals to a and then 1 plus minus r to the x, right? Or t, right? Okay, all right, let's get going. So let's see, infection rate 11% compared to SARS. Okay, let's look at Ebola. All right. Okay. So there's multiple steps to this. So that's why I decided to do a separate day with this because there are actually two layers of information they want to know. One is you have to compare Ebola with SARS, right, with the numbers here. The second thing is we got to look at this, day 10 and day 53. All questions at day 10 and day 53. So that means your X is going to change, all right, depending on the situation. So, all right, let's walk carefully here. Now, let's see. Okay, 11%. So, okay, all right, here's what we're going to do. So, now you remember f of x right here? It's a function of time. So this is great. Actually, I'm not proud to admit this, but I actually just made that connection. Where here, the x here, right, is this. So in other words, the way you can look at it is the exponential growth. This is great, actually, because I'm making the connection right now. The exponential growth, listen carefully, exponential growth is a function of time, right? Again, exponential growth right here, exponential growth, it's a function of time. All right, so you see that? Okay, so now that we made the connection, let's go back to what we were doing. All right, so that means here, instead of writing x, I could just write 10, because that's what x is, right? X is 10, so we've got to compare it when x is 10 versus when x is 53. See that? Okay, so let's see. F of 10, and then I'm going to set one up for f of 53, and I'm going to do the same thing for the SARS column. Okay. All right. Let's see. Now, let's keep working. All right. So that would be now, where's my equation? So I have one case of Ebola. So I'm just setting it up. I'm just trying to be super organized. And there are 30 cases of SARS. So A is for Ebola, A is 1. For SARS, A is 30. Okay, got that? All right, I'm just gonna take some notes here. Now, the rest of the equation, all right, you see how organized I'm trying to be? All right, which is 1. Now, the cases are growing, so it's going to be plus. All right. Let's see. The rate is 11%, so that's 0.11. And for the SARS is 0.04. So far, so good, right? The only thing that we're missing is time. So here we got 10, right, to reflect this number. And here I got 53 to reflect this number. All right. Likewise here, 10 and then 53. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is this. Setting it, knowing the equation isn't what they're testing you so much anymore. It's way more than that. It's about your ability to organizing information. Okay. All right. So let's take a look then. All right. Let me see if it helps if I use a different color for the answers. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe not. All right. So look, 1. Now I think I might have to get a calculator because this is gonna take. Yeah. Hold on. Let me press pause and get the calculator. Okay. All right. So here I got my calculator. Let me take a look. What was the question again? So here I got to do 1 times. You know what? Let me put the whole thing in there. All right. 1 and then hold on. 1 time. Well, 1 times anything is itself, so there's no point even using 1. Actually, hold on. Let me just. I'm trying to double check to make sure I'm doing this right. Initial is 1 case. Okay. All right. So let's see. 1 plus so 1.11 to the 10th power. Okay. All right. 1.11. All right. Let's see. Caret bun to the 10th power. Enter. That's 2.83. All right, let me see. 2 point, I'll just round it. Right? 2.83, 2.84. 2.84 cases after 10 days. I need more space. All right. And then for this one, 1.11 to the 53rd power. All right. 1.11 to the 53rd power. 252.4. Okay, 252.42. All right. 252.42. Now I know there are no decimal amount of cases. I know, I know. All right. Should have rounded. All right. So let's see. What was this one? Now this one was SARS, a little bit different. By the way, I have a feeling they did this on purpose. They make the 1 on purpose because they don't want to make the question overly hard. Okay. I know what they're up to. All right. So let's see. 30. I'm just gonna put the whole expression in. Okay. So I'm gonna use parentheses. 30 and then 1 plus zero point 0. Let me see if I'm just still recording. All right. Okay. Wait, what was it again? 1.04. I'm just adding the numbers inside of parentheses. All right, to the 10th power. All right, let me double check. You know me. 31.04 to the 10th power. Okay. 44.4. All right. 407, right? So 44.41. Doesn't matter. The question is not asking for the number of cases. They just want you to compare them. All right. Let's do the same thing. 30 and then 1.04. You see how why man, this question is taking forever. But you know, this is like a part 3 question, so it's worth more. Oops. To the 53rd power. Let's see, 239.82. Okay, all right. Okay, let's get the choices. At day 10 and 53, there are more Ebola cases. Day 10, there are more Ebola cases? Well, hold on. Day 10 and 53, not true. Day 10, there's more SARS, but day 53, there's more Ebola. Okay, so that's not true. All right. Same thing, right? One has more than the other. So day 10 and 53, there are more SARS. No, that's not true, right? And then at day 10, there are more SARS cases. Day 10, more SARS, true. All right, put a check there. But at 53, there are more Ebola cases. That is true. So let me just use the word first, isn't it? All right, easier. Um, is that true? I think that's true. Yeah, day 10, there are more SARS. At day 53, there are more Ebola. Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's it. There's our answer, right? And that's going to be wrong. All right, moving on. All right, now let me press pause to see if I should let you try some of these on your own starting now. So let me press pause. Okay, this one you can actually do also. All right, it's a multiple part answer. So I would like you to try this right now under my supervision. So go ahead and try this right now. Uh, all right, so I have a feeling that this question is going to take a little bit of time. Hold on. So, okay, first of all, okay, let's set this up. So the initial price is 450. The rate is that it's going to increase by, I should really do this with you guys. If it's increasing, just write plus. If it's decreasing, write minus in front, actually. Ah, man, I should have done that earlier. All right, let's try to do that for class. All right, so that's 0.025. All right. Now, they didn't really specify the time. Okay, I just want to say that because look, this is in 20 years, but that also means you have to compare the rate to today. Okay, so let's see. All right, now, first of all, they want you to write an equation for t years after the purchase. So that's the first thing you got to keep your eye on for t years. So what's the general equation in other words? All right, so f of x, let's see, it's 450, right, times 1 plus 0.025 to the t years, like that. So that's your first answer, general equation, okay? And now they want you to do this for 20, okay? So that's not bad. Am I still recording? Okay, good. All right, so that's 1.025 to the 20th power, right? So let's go to the calculator and see what it says. All right, let's see. Let me clear everything. What's the equation again? 450. By the way, if you didn't understand it, it's imperative that you follow along with your calculator. All right, you actually have to work also so that you remember doing this because otherwise, watching it, you know, I mean, this is not just some other YouTube video. I mean, this is an actual lesson that's relevant to you guys. All right, let me see. 451.025 to the 20th. Okay, let's see what that says. 737.377. So let's see. It is money, right? So we got to round. So let's see. 737.38. So that's the figure, right? What do they also want to know? Assuming dollars rate appreciation remains the same, all right? Will the dollars value be double? What was the initial value? 450, right? So 450 doubled will be 900. So no, it will not be. Justify your reasoning. That's it. That's all the justification you need, right? You can just say, hey, look, after 20 years, 737, right? That's it. Okay. All right. Now, how are we doing on time? Yeah, today's video is gonna be a little bit long. So let's see. Let's see what I can do. Hold on. Let me just refine this a little further and pick one more question. Okay. All right. All right, I made up my mind. I'm gonna let you do number 18 on your own, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the other two questions into optional video. For 8 and 11, I'll make it optional, and then therefore Yeah, therefore, like for those of you who understand it, you don't have to keep watching, and if you don't understand it, you can watch more examples. All right, perfect. All right, so try 18 right now. Okay, uh, press pause, and then when you come back, I will go over with you. Okay, all right, press pause right now. Okay, all right, here we go. So now, I set most of the things up, all right? I highlighted the relevant information. First of all, they want to know what it is T years after purchase, okay? So that's the most important thing. So so this general equation that I just wrote up here. Now we need to figure out the difference between year 3 and year 4, right? Since the money is going to be different. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug this in. Now, this is really 0.815, I believe. All right. Let's see. So it doesn't matter. I can put the whole thing in anyway. So 1 minus 0.185 is 0.815, right? So, okay, here's what I'm going to do then. What is it? 0.815? 0.815 to the third power versus 25,000. I think I just added one zero too many. Let's pretend it's not there. 0.815 to the fourth power. Let's see what the differences are. Okay. Now, it might run out of space. Doesn't matter. You can see the calculator. So let's see. 25,000. Let's clear everything. And then, what is it? 0.815 to the third power. Let me just double check. 0.815 to the third power. Enter. Now I'm going to do the same thing with change 3 to a 4. 5 to the fourth power. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract them. All right, let's see. So let me round this also up here while we're at it. Because they want to know the difference, right? Yeah, they want to know how much it actually loses money. All right, so so year 3 is worth about 13,000. Year 4 is worth about 11. So let me do it correctly. 13533 point, what is it? 58, all right? Minus, all right, I'm just rounding. 11,029.87. Let's see what that is. 2503.71. All right, so between these two is the depreciation is $2,503.71. Okay, that's it. Okay, all right, let me stop now. All right, and so if you want to watch the bonus video, optional video for the other two problems, we'll do that. Okay, all right, I'm gonna sign off now. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, all right, bye bye, bye bye.
OMG, that was so good.